Hi everybody, this is Daisy Princess 2004. You may think that's the number of string tricks I know, but it's actually the year I was born. So this is my first post on my channel, my YouTube channel, which is going to be a string trick channel. So I wanted to talk a little bit about what I understand about the basics of string tricks. So I've got a couple strings here with me. I've got a nice multicolored string that's nice for some demonstrations, and over there you see my longer strings, and this one's like really long, quadrupled up. Don't know where to start. There's lots of different string tricks and ways to do string tricks, and there have been a lot of different societies that do string tricks. So they come from all over the world, and lots of people do them in different ways, and that means there's lots of cool tricks out there that you can learn just with a single loop of string. So I've got these different lengths of strings here, and they're just good for different sorts of tricks. I guess I'll start off with this is a very common way to start a lot of tricks. This is called position 1. And it's when you've got a string across each palm, behind your thumbs and pinkies, and in front of your palm. Some people aren't really sure how to. If you've done string tricks before, that's like you can do it really fast, and it's really easy to just. This is how you pick up a string. But for people who maybe haven't done string tricks, sometimes I tell them to start like this. You got this loop here hanging down from your thumbs in front of you. You just gotta see how I put my pinkies in there. Put your pinkies in there too, and pull back. That's what it's supposed to look like. A lot of people, when they start trying to do this, they'll have it like this. That's not how it's supposed to look. You got the string behind your hand instead of in front of it. So you need to get it in front of your hand like this. This is position 1. So the string that goes across is palmar instead of dorsal. Dorsal would be behind your hand, palmar is in front. And a lot of tricks from here go into what's called opening A, which is where you take your left hand, this is my left hand, pick up that palmar string from your right hand. And you take your right hand, go right into that loop we just made, and pick that up on the back of our right hand pointer finger. And that's what opening A looks like. And so, yeah, it's funny. If you start with position 1 and pick up your left hand first instead of your right, then it looks exactly the same, but different strings are on top of each other, and that's called opening B. And I don't know any tricks where that makes a difference, but there definitely are some where that does make a difference. There's also, so I use my pointer fingers to do that. Some tricks, it's better to do what's called Japanese opening A, where you just use your middle fingers instead of your pointer. But other tricks, you have to use your pointer or the trick won't work out. So we just learned position 1. Opening A. Also, opening B looks the same. And Japanese opening A, which looks about the same as well. Just uses different fingers. A lot of times on good string trick sites, they'll tell you what size string to use. And they might tell you a length. And sometimes it doesn't really matter what size string you use, it just changes the size of what you make with your hands. Like with this trick, with this string, which is kind of short that I'm using here, it makes like a small, makes a lot of the things smaller. Like that's a pretty small Jacob's ladder. The bigger string, you can make a much bigger one. I guess that's probably all the basics I can think. Oh, there's one other move that's important in a lot of string tricks. When I have, I'm just going to make something up. So I've got, let's do it this way. So see on my pinkies there, with the green strings, I've got 2 loops on my pinky. A lot of times, there's this move where you want to take off the lower one without removing the top one. So here I might use my hand. So we've got the top one and the lower one down here. So I grab, I need to get that lower one off. See, I just took the lower one off without moving that top one. You usually want to do that on both sides. So what that is traditionally known as Navajoing the loop, but since that's an offensive term, I'm going to call it Diné, which is the preferred name for the Diné people, who are sometimes known as Navajo. Which, I mean, I guess some people use that term for themselves as well, Navajo, but I prefer not to, since it has a mean and racist past. So I just denayed those loops off my pinkies, which remember means take off the lower loop. And now that is, I think, that was a made-up trick, though. I wasn't really doing any other trick, just showing you that one move. There's lots of moves, but I'll post some more moves on this channel, and hopefully someday I'll make up some tricks too. Wouldn't that be fun? Thanks for watching Daisy Princess 2004.